Good morning and welcome to a tour of the Gaylord National Harbor, which is about 20 minutes from D.C. We're going to head inside, do a room tour, check out all the amenities, and so much more. And to start things off, let's just head right in and go to the room. Welcome to our room tour. The elevators are here, so it's just around the corner facing inward. Now we're going to look at the balcony in a minute, but let's start with the bathroom. I'm sorry it's a little bit messy. We have a double sink here, very large mirror with the built-in light, restroom, and over here there is no bath, only a very large shower, and please note that the shampoo, conditioner, and soap are built in, so nothing take home here. We do have a fairly large closet. There is a luggage rack in here, along with some extra pillows, blankets, and a safe. There's an ironing board as well. We do have a coffee maker, and then inside here is just some storage, no mini fridge, and then an ice bucket. This is a king room, but you can get a double queen room if you'd like. There is 2 night tables on either side of the bed. Each one has a plug and 2 USB ports, so there's a lot of room. In addition, there's a clock on this side of the bed, which has an additional 2 plugs and an additional 2 USB ports, so you do not need to worry about charging. There's a chair and a table. On this side, we have another chair and another table. This is more for desk. One other thing to note is they do have room service here, and all you have to do is scan the QR code. This is a convention hotel. We have a TV. One thing to note about the TV is that they do have Netflix, YouTube, Pandora, and something called in-theater movies built right in. Let's see what that is. This is being filmed towards the end of January 2021. None of these movies are still in theaters, so I'm not quite sure what they mean by still in theaters because, all of these movies have been out of theaters for a little while now. Underneath, some storage space. Here's where the mini fridge is, pretty large. Lots more plugs. You do not need to worry about plugs in this room. An overhead light. And then, of course, the view outside. So if we open the door and look outside, there's a lot to look out here. We are on the 5th floor, but you can see it goes significantly higher than where we are now. This is a massive indoor atrium. It is right now 17 degrees outside, but it's about maybe 75 degrees inside, so that's pretty great. Looking down, it almost looks like we are outside. If I was to just crop right here, you would have no idea that this was indoors, but it is. There's shops, there's restaurants, a marketplace, breakfast, seating, and we will take a look at this as we get downstairs. Up here also looks like a beautiful wedding venue right there in the chapel, and what's neat is if you look over here, yes, you see the National Harbor wheel. If you look right past it, there is the Washington Monument, so you do get a view into D.C. What else are we looking at here? Well, if you crane your neck right there on the far right side, that's where the MGM National Harbor Casino is. And then right across the way, you can see a plane landing. And then a little bit over here to the left is downtown Alexandria, Virginia. There really is so much here to look at, and I can't wait to check it out. So there are just over 20 levels, minus level 13, and plus all these downstairs levels. We're gonna start down here at the pool fitness level and work our way up. Leaving the elevator well and turning this way, we have pool and fitness. Let's follow the signs. Now the first thing that's right on the right is the gym. I'm not gonna show too much of it, only the side part. You can see they do have state-of-the-art appliances and more than enough for everyone. Coming down this way a little bit, we do have an arcade, and interestingly enough, I have not seen this in an arcade, but they have Disney Crossy Road. This is a game that I believe is still on the App Store, but you can play for money, I guess. That's pretty neat. Heading past this first part of the arcade, there's even more arcade before we get to the pool. The pool facility is ginormous, but what do you expect for a hotel this big? One thing that's neat is they also have a huge projector and projection screen, so if they want to show movies in the pool, they absolutely can. And now, we are back in the elevator, headed to the Atrium, the biggest floor. Let's see what we can see. Leaving the elevator well, we head into this massive open space. You're going to see a lot of convention signs around because we are here during an imaging convention, but let's just walk around and see what we can see. So the first thing right outside the elevators is the convention center. We are not going to head in there just because there is a private convention going on. So we're going to head this way and basically make an entire square around this first floor. And then we'll head up and look at the lobby area. One of the first things we stop is Paisley's, which is an accessory store. This is inside one of these large houses. One thing that's neat is next to Paisley's, we're gonna come around the side here, there's this beautiful courtyard. Let's take a nicer look in this 5-second montage. Now, I love water features in any hotel. I think it adds some nice motion to any environment. We're back where we started, and across from Paisley's is Stars and Stripes, which is an American-themed shop. Keep in mind, we are only about 20 minutes from the nation's capital, so we gotta have some patriotic shops here. Right across from Stars and Stripes is this multi-use space, which is currently closed, and a mini melts machine. Coming around this way, right underneath we have Key Provisions, which is a sundry store. They have basically everything you would need. This side of the sundry store, here's Stars and Stripes again, just so you can see where we are. Here's Harbor Marketplace. This is the main eating establishment, and wow, is it in a beautiful location. I don't mean that this is the restaurant that can hold 1,000 people in it. I just mean that this is the big eating establishment in the Atrium. Speaking of eating establishments in the Atrium, right past here there's the Riverview Ballroom, which is a massive wing right off the main hotel. Unfortunately, it is closed right now, but it has some pretty stunning views of the Capitol. So here from the corner, we're gonna go back to the elevators, which are right there, and then we are gonna head up to the first floor. Heading back to the elevators right next to Paisley's, there is going to be retail here. Unfortunately, a lot of it closed due to COVID. So right now it's just seating areas and hope for future spaces. Anyway, back to the elevators. Going up one floor from the atrium to the lobby, which is the main floor in the hotel. Leaving the elevators, there is a lot to look at here. So we're gonna start here on the right side and go towards the convention center because there's a couple things to see. The first is right off the atrium is Relanche. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the spa here at the Gaylord National. And right across from the spa is the salon. And right off of those two here is a little bit of the convention center. Again, I'm not gonna go too much into this because there is a conference going on. So let's head this way and walk around the lobby. Coming off the main atrium here to the right, we do have another store. There are so many stores here. This one is called Strictly First Glass. And while it is called Strictly First Glass, in addition to sunglasses, they sell basically everything else, including resort-specific merch in case you wanted to get your Gaylord National shirt or bag. This way, we have a concierge stand, a check-in area. A couple things to note about this check-in area, which are pretty unique. One is that the Marriott Bonvoy logo on that carpet is actually a light. It is not written on the carpet, so that's kind of funny. This hotel does have a nautical theme because we are here in National Harbor. So behind the check-in area, there are some paintings of ships along with this huge ship model that's absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful and detailed, and it has working lights on it. And to the right of that is a painting, and what's neat in it is it's in front of DC, and if you look in the back, you can see the Washington Monument being built. Half of the Washington Monument was built before the Civil War, and half of it was built after the Civil War. So if you look at the Washington Monument, you will see the bottom half is made out of a slightly different shade of stone than the top half. So this is a neat painting that shows the progression of the build. Across from the check-in area is just some general seating. It does go out into the atrium, and there is chargers abound. This is the ground level over here where we started at with the Port Cochere, and we're going to turn left here towards some restaurants. And when I say restaurants, it's really only one. There is a lobby bar over here, but Old Hickory Steakhouse is the main location here. You can take a pause to look at this menu, but you can see they have everything from filet to wagyu. They have a giant porterhouse. Here is the front of it, and it looks beautiful. Let's see if we can pop in and see anything inside. Not much going on inside because the restaurant is closed, but it is very traditionally styled, but it's stunning. Beautiful. So we just checked out the entire first floor, and there is still so much to do, so little time. Let's keep going. Headed back to the elevators. Right next to the lobby is transportation and bell services. So here we are in the second level of the resort. There's not a crazy amount on this level. There is a ballroom. There are some meeting rooms here on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side is the main entrance of the convention center. This is the Cherry Blossom Ballroom. Let's take a peek inside just because the doors are open. It looks very pretty. It is a beautiful ballroom and a fantastic, beautiful chandelier. And this is what the front of the ballroom looks like before you even walk in. And this is so stunning. You do get that beautiful view again of Alexandria right across the way. I'm sorry I can't really show you too much outside just because it is 17 degrees out. It is freezing. And today we're going to have a huge snowstorm. Over here is the Bay Convention Center. There is a FedEx office. So if you need anything printed, they have that here if you need it. Now we are headed up to floor 19. I wanted to pop up to floor 19 just to check out the view from up here. Wow, it is stunning. You can see Alexandria, the flight path heading into D.C. Reagan Airport, and D.C. all from one location, including National Harbor. This is a view not to be missed. One thing we did not get to check out, unfortunately, while we were here is the rooftop bar, which is called Pose. It's 80s themed, and unfortunately, we're just not here at night, so we won't get to check it out. But here's a cool photo in the elevator. Thank you so much for joining me for the tour of Gaylord National Harbor. This is a beautiful hotel. I appreciate you joining me. If you have any other hotels you'd like me to check out, let me know down in the comments down below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like. If you want to subscribe to see more hotel tours, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.